Hello and welcome to today's video where we state the reasons that make us say that Zari Hossein is the only true socialite in East Africa. So who is a socialite? This is a person who is well known in fashionable society and is fond of social activities and entertainment. This is Debunk Kenya where we state celebrity truths. The problem with many so-called socialites in East Africa is that most of them have nothing much in their social status as compared to their Western counterparts. Most of the people calling themselves socialites are persons known within small circles and actually cannot afford a lifestyle worthy of a socialite. Unlike most or all of them, Zari Hossein can afford this, and we shall show you. Having class is the act or ability to be stylish and match occasions. Zari's class is evident in her lifestyle, beginning with her dressing. She knows how to dress for the occasion and dress well. She knows what's meant for her body and when should it be worn, while most celebrities are clueless on even simple matching of outfits. Zari knows that it's not just about buying an expensive dress or shoe, but how you accessorize your outfit gives you class. Good taste is about good judgment and good opinions when it comes to material things. It's all about satisfying generally accepted social or aesthetic standards, and Zari knows how to choose good things, and that is undisputed. She has surrounded herself with things that show how well she can choose in face of money. Her clothing shows both class and great taste. She knows not only what's good to her but also what will appeal to people in terms of dressing. Her cars say more about her taste and emphasizes the fact that she knows good cars. Zari is not a lady to be impressed by a Toyota Land Cruiser VX, she has better by far, but most local celebrities show off ordinary cars to impress anyone with drowning standards. To be a socialite, one needs to have some exposure of a particular level. Most local celebrities have visited some 2 or 3 countries on small gigs, but Zari is well-traveled and very exposed. This exposure helps solidify her boss lady status, and her travel and mingling gives her ever more connections that boost her socialite status. Being a Ugandan who has lived in Tanzania, South Africa and frequents Kenya, Zari is not only multilingual but also understands different cultures well, unlike her counterparts who are so localized they cannot compete much. If it's money, Zari has the money. First and foremost, most celebs claim to have money but are only average class citizens who live from paycheck to paycheck. One can notice this fact if you just scrutinize their lives a little. Zari, on close inspection, is actually a woman with money. The sources may not all be clear, but she seems to have it, and in good quantities, to support her lifestyle. Her houses may not be palaces, but they are homes that are above the average citizen. Their interiors are well furnished with high-quality top-end furniture and other things, and this reflects money. Her jewelry is also always top-dollar stuff, whether it's a ring from a man or a bracelet she bought for herself. Her life oozes cash. When you talk of a socialite or an influencer, you cannot forget endorsements. This is where their bragging rights come from. Now let's just check out a few of Zari's gigs. The boss lady is an ambassador for Soft Care, a company that makes from baby diapers to women's pads. From this deal alone, it's estimated that Zari racks in an estimated $60,000 annually. That is top dollar by anyone's standards in East Africa. Away from that, a real estate firm in Kenya called Fine Eben Interiors took Zari as their brand ambassador. The Kenyan firm found no one suitable enough in Kenya and had to cross over and talk to Madam Boss Lady Zari. Top it up with her South Africa Mercedes dealership gig and you have yourself a socialite that is not compared to any in East Africa so far. They say family is everything, and Zari is big on family, literally. Zari has always thrust her family in the limelight like most socialites and celebrities do. We do not say that this is a good thing, but it's a characteristic of socialites everywhere in the world. Zari has 5 children whom she proudly displays every now and then. On this silly behavior she is matched by many East African celebrities. On social media, Zari is most active on Instagram like many socialites and influencers. Zari's Instagram may yet be her biggest marketing tool of her persona. As of the recording of this video, her Instagram had a whopping 11 million followers and counting. A lot of local celebrities don't even see these numbers in their views, let alone followers. It's clear that the men will always chase Zari. Like her Western counterparts, Zari has not married once like most conventional folks do. She has the looks of a goddess and the body of an African woman, and on this one she beats most so-called socialites even internationally. At her age she still looks stunning, as most local socialites are washed out and have to constantly depend on filters and makeup. Since her divorce with her late husband Ivan, Zari has dated more than 11 men and had secret weddings here and there. Her choice of men seems to be of those ones younger than her though. This jumping from one relationship to the next is a characteristic of a true socialite all over. Negative press is nothing new to the socialites, to some extent, they thrive upon it. Zari has not had shortage of negative press all from the release of her sex tape to the marrying of a young man called Shabik who is 11 years her junior to their scanty pictures making it online to dating a rumored gay fellow. Zari has gathered it all. We are not supporting the bad things mentioned as negative press in Zari, we are however stating the characteristics of a socialite that Zari holds and portrays in the socialite space. Influence. A socialite should have real moving tangible influence and Zari does have that. Upon writing on her Instagram that she lost particular items in her bag and pointed the finger at Kenya Airways, the airline was quick to respond politely. They offered to pay her lost items and promised to look into the matter. Celebrities with this level of influence in Kenya are mostly politicians. Fame. Zari is easily the most famous celebrity in East Africa. When you compare her to many celebrities, her name has a wider reach not just on Instagram but also on the physical side of things. Her exposure gives her a wider audience. This is why when Netflix decided to shoot a reality show called Young, Famous and African, in East Africa the only two people that could fit that description were Zari and her ex-husband Diamond. They were some of the few persons that were well known in the continent. When Zari hosted her Zari White Party sponsored by the champagne brand Bel Air, one of the celebrities to give Zari a shout-out was none other than Rick Ross, the boss himself to the boss lady. All this served to show that Zari may not be the biggest out there but she is big in here. She has a fan base that's massive and her online presence propels her fame far compared to local celebrities. So the big question we now have is one, what is the summation and meaning of all this? The truth is that Zari is not the best example for your child or even wife. Her lifestyle is one of big spending and hobby changing. But in East Africa she is the only lady that ticks the highest number of boxes when it comes to being a socialite. She seems to be the only lady who understands what it's all about. This is Debunk Kenya and for more content please subscribe.